One of the challenging aspects of a steel cage match is you have to play offense and defense at the same time.
From the top, moved out of the way.
Nobody home. Quick reflex is so important in a match like...
From the top, he misses the target.
Short flight, but a rough landing.
Better be quick about it. Not much time to get over. This is not going to end well.
Here he goes, moving up the cage wall. And back to the gut. He's determined to make it to the top of the cage here, guys.
Looking for a grip to get themselves over the cage.
And Axiom got turned around there. And look out.
Gotta wonder if the stamina is there to make it all the way.
Hurricane answers back.
Watch out. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up. And every inch climb puts you in a more perilous position, making the big climb towards victory.
When you're in a steel cage, there's not exactly a lot of real estate to play with, which is why you have to know how to use the cage to your advantage, because otherwise, it is absolutely not your friend.
How do you suggest they do that, Corey?
Push your opponent into the steel, throw him into it, grind him into it. Honestly, we've seen some inventive things in these matches, and I'm sure these superstars will think of even more things to do with their surroundings.
All he has to do is drop down to the floor, and his hand will be raised. Looks like he's having trouble getting that other leg over.
Prying their opponent's arm out. Carefully measured double stop. The damage he's taken is starting to pile up.
Rey displaying his utter mastery of the Lucha Libre arts with that maneuver.
Is this the right time? Is this the right moment? Heading up and maybe heading out. Oof.
Oh, saw it coming. He's making his way up the side of the cage.
The sprint up the cage is on. Feels like it's opportune time to get out of here.
Powerbomb. And he hits the mat with a thud.
It's kind of a rough landing.
The timing, the aim, it was all off, and the price couldn't have been higher.
You have to wonder if hesitation creeped in and made things go awry.
Double stop. Vicious right forearm. Hurricanrana. Uh-oh. Here he goes, working his way up the side of the cage.
You have to dig down deep to bust out something like that. Shows the hunger for a win here tonight. Go for the arm bar. Punishing stretch. Can't lift anyone with that shoulder. It keeps getting worked on. In search of some footing to make this huge climb. Fortitude being tested with every step.
Don't be surprised if they're seeing little cartoon birds after that one, gentlemen.
Can rock you. And would you look at that? He could be well on his way to escaping the steel cage.
He just has to swing that leg over. Oh, man.
He's nearly there. Just a few more sure-footed steps, and he's victorious.
And now the climb down could be more petrifying than the climb up.
Well, some might call that showing off, but what a display. What a way to flaunt your abilities.
Finds the advantage after a string of counters.
And now he's looking to advance up the cage wall.
Getting ever so close to the very peak of the steel cage.
Agility like that is what
Taking flight.
Hurricanrana. And now he's starting to make his way up the cage.
Flying.
Fails to get the bullseye.
Oh, man.
He's making haste, climbing up the cage wall. Shifts it back onto him.
Takes incredible guts to make this climb.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Back of his neck.
Here we go. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Making the climb up the sky.
A helter-skelter attitude here. Getting to the bottom and going back to the top again and again.
Will create separation. And here we go. He's headed up the cage.
And again in the other direction.
Oh, man. Sharp reversal stopping Mysterio.
Needs to be careful. Every movement is a dangerous one.
And look here, he's making his way up the cage.
Fighting their way out of this position.
Will create separation.
Trying to make their way out of the cage. Crashing a long way down.
Setting them up. And they just busted out an impactful maneuver.
Axiom sensed that was coming.
Armbar. The body is starting to fail at this point.
Yeah, this match has not been kind to him.
Jumping neckbreaker. Ouch. Here he goes, moving up the cage wall.
Trying to make their way out of the cage.
And Hurricane fends him off. Hurricane Rana.
Fortitude being tested with every step.
Vicious right forearm. He was elusive there. Blast off.
Axiom finds the golden ratio. The Hurricane's chances are fading.
An inverted Frankensteiner.
Ridiculous standing shooting star.
That took athleticism. Able to counter.
There's some power behind that punch.
Taken down by the neck.
A side kick. He's one step ahead there. A jumping DDT. Uppercut.
Lift off.
Misses the mark.
Unbelievable athleticism. Boom. Able to avoid there.
Look at this. So much damage inflicted.
Standing Spanish fly. Are you kidding me?
Incredible.
And we see the attention being put on the torso area. And Ray is getting the crowd going.
Looking wobbly in the corner.
He is hell-bent on putting his opponent away. This has been a grueling battle.
What is left?
Wait, you don't think he's...
The ledge Spanish fly.
Whitlow with a drop kick to the knee. And this is becoming a career-defining matchup.
Certainly one that will be talked about long after the bell rings. Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack. Oh, that'll destroy your nose.
Great display of power.
And Axiom got turned around there.
Axiom finds the golden ratio.
Axiom might have him bound.
And now he's looking to advance up the cage wall.
Any more hits in that area could leave him dizzy.
Needs to be careful, though. Every movement is a dangerous one. And every inch climb puts you in a more perilous position.
He's made it to the top, but can he finish? And victory looking more and more likely for him now in this steel cage match.
He doesn't want to spend too much time up there.
He swings that second leg over the top of the cage. It won't be long now. Making the long climb down to the winner's circle. Can he finish the job? Yes. These two having an answer for everything. Up high.
Attack right in the sternum. Quick shot to the lower body.
Mysterio has set his sights on his opponent now.
Is this the right time? Is this the right moment?
And now he's starting to make his way up the cage.
Standing Spanish fly. Are you kidding me?
Incredible.
Drop to their knees. This is going to get worse.
Looking for a grip to get themselves over the cage.
He's reached the pinnacle of his climb here. He's working toward making his escape. He can almost taste the win in this cage match.
It's not safe being up there.
Oh, yeah, Mysterio is feeling it.
This is where champions are made. Heart pounding, adrenaline pumping. Keep those hands and feet moving, and don't stop till you're on safe ground. Turns it around. Sole of the foot meets the stomach. Mysterio tying his opponent. No size difference is going to make Rey back down.
Ouch. Axiom finds the golden ratio.
I think that finally closes the book.
He's trying to intimidate his opponent one more time, but he's got to strike soon.
Making the big climb towards victory.
He's looking down on the cage from the top. Here he goes, working his way up the side of the cage. And not so fast.
Oh, yeah, he's got him in a precarious position.
These superstars must be feeding off the WWE Universe. This place is starting to rock. To the sky.
Oh, the high risk doesn't pay off.
Axiom sensed that was coming.
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me? Back of his neck. Hurricane works that attack off. He's making haste, climbing up the cage wall.
Incoming.
Oh, and he doesn't connect.
The crowd is fired up. Rey's fired up. I'm fired up.
Calm down, Saxton.
In a hellacious fall from the cage.
Yeah, he's going to have to try something else now.
And here we go. He's headed up the cage.
Getting ever so close to the very peak of the steel cage. Better be quick about it. Not much time to get over.
The biggest little man in WWE history is standing tall. And as he continues to climb the side of the cage, you have to think his confidence is starting to build.
This is the moment for him. This is how winners are made.
There's the bell, and he survives this brutal cage match.
Here are your winners, the team of Axiom and Rey Mysterio.
And somehow, some way, we have a winner.
But they are feeling the effects of that brutal cage.
They say when you know, and I know.